Okay, kiddos, this is the first video, so if it sucks, I apologize. I'll work on it. But I am making, it's supposed to be chicken and rice, but I'm using turkey because that's what I've got left over. So I'll show you real quick. There's the leftover Thanksgiving turkey. I have a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of chicken and mushroom. So you can either do cream of chicken, you could do cream of mushroom, you can do both. It doesn't matter which brand, just so long as you like it. So sometimes we get the cheapest, sometimes we get what's on sale. I've got 2 cups of chopped turkey, and I'm starting with 2 cups of instant rice, but we'll see if that is enough. So there's our pan. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the soup and I'm going to put it into the pan, and that's condensed soup. So you put the can of soup in and then you fill the can with water and put in. So give me just a second. Alright, so I'm back. What I have done is I dumped the cans in there and I filled them up with warm water just to release the soup from the side. So just kind of pour it in, and you'll want to mix it real well together. At this point you can season it how you wish. So let me show you some of the seasonings that I use, and this is kind of to your preference. So this is one that I use a lot, the Cavender's All-Purpose Greek. This one's also very good. I've got the Knorr bouillon, or you can use bouillon cubes if you want more of the chicken flavor, but the cream of chicken soup does a pretty good job of giving it a good chickeny flavor. There's also this, and there are these blends that you can kind of put in. Like I said, it's strictly to your so if you don't like garlic, don't put it in. If you love garlic, put it in. So what you're going to do is get the soup mixed together well until it's nice and creamy, no big blobs of soup because they will taste weird. And then you're going to season it however you wish. So tonight I'm going with the Cavender's, the Greek seasoning. We like it to be pretty spiced, but you can always go and taste it. This is just soup, so it's already cooked. It's easy for you to grab a spoon, give it and so you could see I've kind of mixed that in there, and now I'm stirring. Well, I'm using a whisk just so that I can get rid of any globs of soup. And so you're going to bring to a boil, and once it's brought to a boil, then we'll add the meat to heat it up because my meat is already cooked. And you can use turkey, you can use chicken, you could use rotisserie, you can use cooked chicken, you can cook your chicken and use it baked, boiled, whatever. If you want to use it out of the can, you can do that too. It's a very easy recipe. I'm sure you could try it with pork, but I've never done that. So let me put you back on hold for just a second and get this time to boil. Alright, so as you can see, it's getting warm. You can see some of the steam. I've also decided to add peas to this. You don't have to. You can if you want to. Add broccoli is really good. I wouldn't add corn or potatoes because with the rice it would be way too starchy, but this is a really good comfort food. So those nights that you don't really feel good, it takes about 10 minutes to cook, and it's super fast and it's very good. So now that that is starting to bubble, you can see it's starting to boil around there. I'm going to stir it to make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and pour in the turkey, which, like I said, you can do We generally do it with chicken, but we had turkey the other day, so we still have the leftovers. I'm just going to mix it in real well. Again, since that is cooked, if you'll want to use cooked meat. So again, at this point, you can taste it, check the seasoning, make sure that you like the level of seasoning. You can always add more, so start with less, add more as you go if you're interested in adding more.
I thought this was gonna be...
Alright, so now I'm joined with Billy, my little sous chef. He's stirring it. Once it starts to boil pretty well, then you're done with cooking it and you would just turn it off. So I'm going to go ahead and have Billy pour in the rice, and let's see how close we are to the correct amount of rice. You want it to be kind of like oatmeal as far as the texture. Go ahead and pour it in, son. And again, this is just instant rice. There's the spoon.
I run away from this.
And so after he stirs it, like I said, we want it to be kind of the consistency of oatmeal, where it's not real runny, but it's also not just a clump like peanut butter. Alright, so as you can kind of see the texture of this, it's kind of, like I said, a little runny compared to what I normally do, but this is a good texture because it'll still be nice and creamy and not too dry. So if you wanted to add a little bit more of the rice to it, you could, but this is a good texture where it kind of looks like oatmeal. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the burner. We're going to cover it and let it set for 5 minutes to absorb the moisture. Alright, so you can see it's thickening up nicely. It's still going to be a little juicy, so at this point I think it's a little thin for us. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the rice, but I'm also going to add some Parmesan cheese to it. It gives it a good flavor, and it'll help absorb a little bit of the moisture too, but mainly for the flavor. And so just mix that in. And so it's almost done. Okay, so for us, I added about a 1/4 cup. I wouldn't add a whole lot. I just don't want it to be soup-like. I want it to be creamy, but not soup-like. And so you can see kind of this is what I'm going for, where it'll be nice and thick. Okay, and it is ready to dish up, so I'm just going to put some into the bowl here. In order to save dishes, this is the same bowl I had the turkey in originally. Since it was cooked, you have no fear of transference or anything. Or you could wash it in between. It's entirely up to you. But there we go, and it is ready to eat. So I hope that works out for you. Like I said, it's a really good recipe. It's very tasty. It's one of Billy's favorite dishes. And if you've got any questions, be sure and ask. But you can finish it with salt and pepper, more spices if you want to. I like to put a bit of parsley in it because it adds a good flavor and it looks pretty, and parsley has some good medicinal purposes. You know, it helps keep you healthy. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoy. Love you guys. Bye.